Already 5 minutes late. Let's get started.
Right.
Ashwin,
right.
I think there are some more people in the audience who are waiting to be admitted by you.
Yeah. Let me admit them all.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yeah. And Padmaja, please handle all the logistics going forward of admitting people and so on.
Yes, Ashwin, I do that.
Okay.
Okay. So, good evening, everybody. I am starting to record this meeting. So if you have any option of clicking OK for the record, please. And yes. So good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the Cryptic Chennai Quiz organized by Madras Musics. Our quiz master is Ashwin Bhandarkar, and I am Padmaja Jayaraman, your host for the evening, who would be steering the Zoom functions. Before we begin, I request the audience to kindly keep themselves muted for the entire session. So it would be great if you could keep your audio and your video muted. Your chat would be disabled too. And yes, Ashwin, shall we begin?
Yeah. Thanks, Padmaja. And Vanakkam, everyone. And I warmly welcome all of you to the first edition of the Cryptic Chennai Quiz, a quiz with a difference. My sincere apologies on behalf of the organizers as well as myself for the delay, but we've gotten started and I hope it will go smoothly from now on. So like I said, this is the Cryptic Chennai Quiz, a quiz with a difference. A quiz in which there are no questions, only cryptic clues. A quiz in which there are cryptic clues, but no crossword grid to fit your solutions into. So it's somewhat like a cross between a crossword and a quiz. In other words, a hybrid, much like our Madras Bhashait. So we have 6 teams contesting today, and let me introduce them to you. On team A, we have Bertie Ashley and Akila Fadnas. Bertie Ashley is the Bertie Ashley of the Easy Like Sunday Morning Quiz that appears in the Sunday edition of the Hindu. Born and brought up in Madurai, he spent his 20s in Chennai and he's now based in Bangalore. He's a molecular biologist by profession and a musician. He loves the 3 C's, coffee, comedy, and a captive audience. He can talk to about science too. He says that everything he knows about cryptic crosswords, he learned from his partner, Akila, and her dad, Abhay. Akila Fadnas divides her time between Chennai and Bangalore. Akila loves Madras, and she also enjoys solving cryptic crosswords, albeit very slowly, she says. We'll know during the rest of this event. She's also the setter for Federal Cryptic Crosswords, aimed to introduce novices to the fun and twisted world of cryptics. She used the word twisted. I hope she means twisted as a compliment in a complimentary sense, not as a pejorative. Anyway, honored to have you both participate in the quiz, Bertie and Akila. On team B, we have a pair of accountants, Sundar Raman and Ajay Krishna. Sundar says he's a typical Madras guy who ended up becoming a CA. A test cricket aficionado and a fan of Kamal Hassan movies, he can't live without Nei Paruppe Odisadam. An avid quizzer and crossword solver, he also runs a lending library in his neighborhood. Ajay Krishna is an accountant during the day and a quizzer trivia collector at nights. He has lived his entire 30 years in Namma Madras. Post-COVID, he says we will be sure to see him either board gaming or cinema hopping on weekends. A die-hard Liverpool Football Club fan, he swears by their anthem, YNWA, you never walk alone. Great to have you both in the quiz, Sundar and Ajay. On team C, we have the husband and wife team of Ashwina and Chandramouli. Ashwina Mauli has been a Chennaiite for 13 years. She was a cruciverbalist since she was 13. 13 seems to be, play an important role in her life, because just before this quiz started, I counted the number of letters in her name, Ashwina Mauli, and it's 13. So she started with the Hindu cryptic crossword, and she then moved on to the Guardian and other puzzles. She got back to solving actively after a hiatus as work as a programmer took over. She's participated in the Indian Crossword League in the last 5 years and even made it to the top 7 once. She loves solving and setting cryptic crosswords with the help of the One Across gang. And I'll tell you what One Across is in a couple of minutes. As for Mauli, he was born and he lived in Chennai for 40 years, but currently lives in Mumbai, a Chennai drohi, just like me. A career banker, he's now into philanthropy, pursues music, solves puzzles, crossword and otherwise, but all with the guidance of his wife, Ashwina. Great to have you, Mauli and Ashwina, on the quiz. Let's move on to Team D. This is it's a socially distanced team. Soumya Ramkumar and Ramki Krishnan. Soumya is based in Bahrain. Ramki is joining us from Chennai. Soumya runs One Across, which I mentioned a few seconds ago. It's a popular crossword blog, has a fanatical following, and she's published 2 books on the topic of cryptic crosswords. A CFA chart holder and an ex-banker. She grew up in Mylapore, which we all know is the undisputed center of the universe, on a steady diet of kapi and the Hindu crossword. No surprises there. Currently based in Manama, Bahrain, life has come a full circle, and she now sets crosswords for the Hindu as Hypatia. You can follow her on Twitter at Som S. Ram, where she posts a daily cryptic clue with an explanation the next day. As for Ramki, he's a very, very unassuming guy. He sent me a 2-line intro. The first line says, learning and development specialist residing in Singara, Chennai, loves the 3 C's being crosswords, Carnatic music, and coding in his case. And then the second line says, current title holder of the Indian Crossword League Championship. When I read that, I said, oh my God, that says it all. But then I went and snooped around on him on Google and discovered that, and hold your breath here, he has won this title 5 times in 8 years, including winning it consecutively for 3 years. So that deserves a big, big namaskaram from me. So we are honored to have you both, Soumya and Ramki, on the quiz. Moving to Team E, we have a mother and son duo, Bhuvaneshwari Chandrasekharan and Navneet Chandrasekharan. We'll start with the son first. Navneet is an IT consultant, an occasional quizzer, and a cruciverbalist who got the crossword bug from his maternal grandfather. He was a regular participant at the popular Hindu Crossword Corner blog and attended a few of their gatherings in Chennai, but he hasn't dared to create a crossword though. Join the club, Navneet. Guess what? All that you have to do is drop the grid, create a few cryptic clues, call it a cryptic quiz, create a spin around it, just like I've done, and you would have made it. Anyway, Bhuvana is a former exec producer from Doordarshan, Chennai. She says she doesn't have any cryptic crossword credentials, but she's a proud daughter of a cryptic crossword buff, both her mother and her father. Mother and son usually pair up for the Murugappa Madras Day quiz. So when this event came up, they thought they would give it a try, and I'm very thankful to them for that. Great to have you both on the quiz. And finally, on Team F, we have the father and son pair of Nari Narayanaswamy and Chandrasekhar Ramanujam. They are from Bangalore, but they're sheltering in Pondicherry, to use their own words. Chandra, the son, used to quiz a lot as a member of the IIT Madras team. He's been, the team was 3 times winners at the Pan IIT IIM Quiz Nihilant. And Chandra won the Lone Wolf individual title in IIT Madras's Sarang Festival in 2014. Nari does the cryptic crosswords in the New York Times regularly, as well as the crossword of the Echo Times. And and the Hindu crossword occasionally. He was a quizzer while living in Delhi till 5 years ago. So, as you would all agree, audience, it's a very, very formidable lineup of contestants. And I'm sure my jujube clues, to use Madras Bhasha again, will be easy fodder for them, pun intended. So let's move on to the format and the rules of the quiz. They're very, very simple. We'll have 6 rounds with 6 clues each. So each team gets 1 direct clue in each round. For a direct clue, each team gets 45 seconds to crack it. If they're not able to crack it within 45 seconds, if they are able to crack it within 45 seconds, they get 10 points, else the clue passes, and a team which cracks it on the rebound gets 5 points. There are no negative points. At the end of 6 rounds, if we do not have clear first, second, and third place finishes, we will implement a buzzer round, but I will explain the format and the rules of the buzzer round if and when we implement it. Also, each round is going to be based on a theme, localities, landmarks, personalities, and so on. All teams have agreed to be bound by an honor code, and I'm sure all of them will abide by it. And finally, guess what? The quiz master's decision is final. Anyway, so any questions, teams? I'm sure there aren't, because we've done enough of mock runs. So I think they're all good to go. So best of luck to the teams. And in the meanwhile, just give me a minute while I share my PowerPoint on which I'll be running this.
Sorry, just a question to either Ashwin or Padmaja.
Yeah, Navneet.
Some people are saying that the Zoom meeting is logged, audience members trying to get in. So is there any chance of letting them in, or
Padmaja will handle that. I only handle the quiz going on.
All right.
Going forward, Padmaja.
Yes, yes.
Ashwin,
I think they would be able to enter.
Padmaja, I'll handle it. You let them in, but Ashwin, I suggest you get on with the quiz. I'll take care of this. Don't worry about that.
Thanks a lot, Sriram. Good to have you as well.
I've been hiding under I've been not allowed to unmute or unvideo or something like that, but I'm quite happy to be where I am watching what's going on. So you go ahead.
Blame it all on Padmaja. Anyway.
No, blame it on me, but just go ahead.
Sure. So let me share my PPT now. 1 second. I'm a bit technically challenged here. And with Sriram around, I'm a bit nervous as well. So let me try and share my screen. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Round 1. Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So let's get started. Our first round is called the starters round, and in which we have 6 delectable clues that will whet your appetite and give you a taste of the fare to come. Okay, so we will start round 1 with team A. So team A, Bertie and Akhila, I hope you're ready. And here we go. Wow, there, okay. I'm technically challenged once again.
Ashwin,
Sorry
put it
about
on
that.
slideshow.
Yeah. There, that's because it wasn't on slideshow. Thanks.
Yeah.
I've been impressed by your technical prowess, Sriram. So here we go, round 1. Bertie and Akhila, your clue: wayward man led crook almost to coast. And your time starts now. You can see your timer on the right-hand side of the screen.
So do we just give out the answer?
Yes.
Right. So the answer is Coromandel.
Wonderful. You cracked it. 10 points to you. Great show. Okay.
Great
Moving
start.
on. Great start. Moving on. Okay. Let me explain how it is done. So this is the explanation for those who are not familiar with how to crack cryptic clues. Wayward is the anagram indicator. Crook almost means you knock off the last letter, it's crew. The fodder for the anagram is man-led crew. Coast is the definition. The anagram of man, lead, and crew is Coromandel, which means coast. Right. Wonderful. So let's move on. Team B. Team B is Sundar and Ajay. This is your clue. Andrea's iconic exotic building style.
Jujube.
Yeah, someone said Jujube. I think it was Sriram. Oh, and I forgot to start the timer, and your timer started.
So is it Indo-Saracenic?
Yes, wonderful. Indo-Saracenic, Saracenic, sorry. So
Yeah.
let us see how it works out. So the exotic is the anagram or the anagram indicator. The words that make up the anagram is Andrea's iconic. Building style is the definition. So an anagram of Andrea's iconic, which means building style, is Indo-Saracenic. The architectural style of examples of which abound in Chennai. Wonderful. So let's move on to team 3. Team 3, this is your clue. Fashionista, milkmaid's secret tongue, team C. And your time starts now.
Can we answer? Can we answer?
Yeah. Yes.
Tamil. It is a hidden clue.
Wonderful. It's Tamil. It's what is known as a telescopic clue, where the clue is hidden where the answer is hidden in the clue. The definition is secret tongue, and you can see how Tamil is hidden there. This is my tribute to all the Palkaris of Chennai who get us our almond milk early in the morning so that we can start a day with decoction coffee. Moving on, team D. Dramas unravel fabric. Your time starts now.
Can we
Yeah,
answer?
sir.
Sorry?
Madras?
Wonderful. Yes, it's Madras. I'm not sure how many people know that Madras is the name of a fabric. So here the anagram indicators unravel. So you unravel dramas. Dramas becomes Madras, which is a fabric. And you can see a sample there. Fabric which is known as Madras, used for summer wear. Moving on.
Madras fabric.
Team 5, Team E, Bhuvana and Navneet. This is your clue. Crazy, I'm an adult state. 9 letters in your... Wow, like I said, right? All of you, these clues are like easy fodder to you. Okay, wonderful. The answer is Tamil Nadu. And this is how the answer works out. The anagram is crazy. Fodder is I'm an adult. You jumble it, unjumble it. You get the name of the state, which is Tamil Nadu.
Ramdasu.
So please go on
Shall-
mute. I'm hearing Konkani here, so my relatives, please don't embarrass me. Please mute yourselves. Okay, Team F. And your clue is Gretchen Naidu's hiding place.
No, so
Yeah, go ahead.
things hidden.
Sorry?
Chennai.
Okay, I hope that was Team 6.
Yes, that's us.
Okay, wonderful.
What happened to
So,
a video?
A video is unable to start, but the answer is Chennai.
yes, it is Chennai. Once again, a telescopic clue. You can see how Chennai is hidden in Gretchen Naidu, and any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. So if there's a Gretchen Naidu,
Ashwin,
yeah.
the machine says the host has stopped it. So I request the host to let us start the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. But you're able to see.
It's enabled. It's enabled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
At the end of round, sorry, go ahead, Sriram.
No, just continue. No problem. Don't mind me. I
Okay.
have a tendency to talk.
Okay, at the end of clue round 1, all teams are level at 10 points each. Wonderful. So let's go on to round 2, localities. And this time we'll start with Team B. Sundar and Ajay, this is your clue. Miscreant near ancient city suburb, 8 letters, and your time starts now.
We'll go with Mylapore.
No, that's wrong. Okay, it passes on to Team C now.
Pass.
Okay, team D. Okay, if you're not getting it, team E. Team F. I can't believe this.
Nope.
Team A. Wow, I'm so impressed with myself, a clue which none of you could crack. And the answer is Vandalur. The miscreant is a vandal. The ancient city is Ur of Mesopotamia. The definition is suburb. So vandal plus Ur gives Vandalur. Okay, now the second question on round 2 goes to team C. Your clue reads a polymer sequence here. Ashwina and
Mylapore. Mylapore.
Mylapore, wonderful. So you get 10 points. Again, the center of the undisputed center of the universe. I had to have a question on it, and this is how.
I'm watching it from the center of the universe right now.
Wonderful. Great, Sriram. So the fodder, the anagram is sequence. The fodder is a polymer. So you unjumble it, you get Mylapore. Here indicates that it's a locality, and anyway, all of these clues fall under the category of localities. So it's Mylapore. Okay. The next question then goes to round 2, third question, to team D. Dara hanging funnily here. Your time starts now.
Can I answer, Ashwin?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's Gandhi Nagar.
Team C, team D, sorry, team D, right.
Yeah.
Gandhi Nagar, wonderful.
Brilliant.
Excellent, you got it. I should stop saying wonderful. Let me start using some Madras Bhasha from the next time. So funnily is anagram, fodder is Dara hanging. The definition is here, a locality. So it is Gandhi Nagar. So team D gets 10 points. Okay. Now team E. Distraught Lara wept here.
Alvarpet.
Fantastic. Dool. Kalapitinga.
Kalakitama kanne.
Kalakita. Okay, sorry. My Madras Bhasha is a bit. Okay. And this is how it is. The fodder is Lara wept. Distraught is the anagram. Here means it's a locality, and it's Alvarpet. Okay. Next is for team F. Heartless madam eats lamb curry here. And your timer has started.
Yeah, Mambalam.
Mambalam, wonderful. So heartless madam indicates that you remove the central letter of madam, you'll get M-A-A-M. And eats a lamb curry means that it's an anagram of lamb. And eats means that the lamb curry goes inside the madam when she eats it. So an anagram of mam and lamb gives Mambalam. Okay. Last clue. Team A, I leave exotic partitioned locality, and your timer starts now.
Mandaveli.
No, that's the wrong answer. Let's move on to team B.
Post garden.
No, please don't guess randomly. Team C.
Pass.
Team D.
Tondeyarpet.
Fantastic. Dool.
Partition minus I anagram.
Yes. And this is how it is. This was a tough one.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So the fodder is partitioned. Exotic is the anagram. You remove an I because it says I leave. So anagram of partition minus I gives Tondeyarpet. And now for the scores at the end of round 2. And Padmaja, keep me straight. I was never good at math in school. So team A has 10 points. Team B has 10 points. Team C has 20 points. Team D has 25 points. Team E has 20 points and Team E has 20 points. Is that all? Is that correct, teams? I'm sure it is. No objections. So 10, 10, 20, 25, 20, and 20. Okay, let's move on to the next round, which is about personalities. In its 492 years, Madras has given us a whole bunch of interesting personalities across all walks of life.
Hey, what is this 492? Anyway, continue.
482, no? Then sorry.
1539 there. So it's only some 300 and odd.
382.
Oh, sorry, 382. Sorry. So like I said, right, I was.
Yeah, we Vidyaman students are no good at math. Anyway,
math, I know. Sorry. Okay. And I had 2 zeros in my 12th standard math score, actually. Final exam.
Preceded by the one, sorry. Okay.
Okay, this time it starts with Team C. Team C, clue 1, support tiny actress, and your clock starts now.
Padmini.
Padmini, wonderful. So,
fabulous.
Yeah, support is pad, tiny is mini, actress is the definition, is pad plus mini is Padmini. I thought some people might say Kutti Padmini, but it's not Kutti Padmini, it's the original Padmini. So 10 points to Team C. Great going, Team C. Now, Team D. Singer treats a shrink after Tillana medley starts. I forgot to start.
Yeah. T.M. Krishna.
Excellent. I hope this was politically correct, but this is how it goes. Treats means it's an anagram indicator. The fodder is a shrink. So you unjumble, you get Krishna. Tillana medley starts means you take the first letters of Tillana and medley for TM. So singer treats a shrink. After Tillana medley starts, it's TM Krishna. Great going. Okay, next. Team E. Reckless swing, uncovered cricketer. His time starts now.
Ashwin. R. Ashwin.
Yes. Wow, you're cracking it like anything, right? So how does this, I had to have a clue on somebody who's been named after me. So reckless is rash. Swing uncovered means remove the first and last letters of swing. You'll get win. You put rash and win to get a cricketer's name. So it's R. Ashwin. Great. Team F. Amir Khan's rap composition enthralls many a theater stalwart. 1, 1, and 11. Your time starts now. Okay, your time's up. Do you have the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Team A, Bertie and Akila. Sorry? No, if you don't have it, we'll pass it on to Team B.
I'll go with the guess. T.K. Shanmugam.
No. Team C.
Us.
Team D.
P.R. Krishnaswamy.
No. Team E.
P.C. Ramakrishna.
Wow. I didn't think you would be able to crack it. It is P.C. Ramakrishna.
Fabulous.
So how does it all work out? So the composition is the anagram indicator. The fodder is Amir Khan's rap. Enthrall means you take in one word into the other. Many is C, which means 100, Roman numeral. And the definition is a theater stalwart. So P.C. Ramakrishna, the original P.C., before, people like P. Chidambaram and Priyanka Chopra came into the picture. So wonderful. Let's move on.
Great clue, Ashwin.
Thank you very much. This goes to team A. Dancing Inuits take wise king to doctor, and your time starts now. Your time is almost up. Okay, your time's up. Do you have the answer? Okay, you don't. We'll move on to team B.
We don't get part points, right?
Sorry?
There are no part points.
No, no. Team C.
Pass.
Team D.
Yeah, Suniti Solomon.
Wow, man, Ramki. Yeah, great. So it is the late Dr. Suniti Solomon, renowned for her research into AIDS, diagnosing AIDS and cures for AIDS. And this is how the clue works out. Dancing is the anagram indicator. The fodder is Inuits. So you unjumble Inuits, you get Suniti. Wise king is Solomon. The doctor's definition. So the anagram is, it's Suniti Solomon. Wonderful. Next, team B. This is a tough one. Dr. Meera Kinney, undervalued dancer. And your time starts now.
Rukmani Devi
Yes,
Arundel.
Go ahead, Soumya.
Yeah, you got it. It is Rukmani Devi Arundel. And let me explain how the clue works. Yeah, so the anagram indicator is doctor. So doctor, see, we crossword setters always try to misguide and mislead the solver. The doctor here is used as a verb. And so it's an anagram indicator. So you Dr. Meera Kinney, undervalued. That's the fodder. Definition is dancer. So you get Rukmani Devi Arundel. Wonderful. So with that, we come to an end of round 3. And let's start up the scores. At the end of round 3, we have team A at 10, team B at 20, team C at 30, team D at 40, team E at 35, and team F at 20. So team D is leading with 40, followed by team E at 35 and team C at 30. Okay. Moving on, I'll do what is called a Thanksgiving break, where I have to thank all the people who made this possible. First and foremost, I thank Sri Ram for readily consenting to my doing this quiz under the auspices of Madras Musings. I also need to thank Karthik Bhatt. He's the Valiban of Tamil theatre and a historian as well, for his moral support. I thank the team at Madras Musings, especially Varsha and Padmaja, for all their help and support with the logistics and testing. I thank reputed quizzer and quiz master and fellow Punekar, Ramanand Janardhanan, for all his tips on how to conduct a quiz online. I thank my friend Urmila Shivkumar for her initial vetting of my clues. And last but not least, Lok Subramaniam, my junior at BITS Pilani, a published cruciverbalist, for his help with polishing my clues. He spent more than 4 hours over 2 Sundays, and he was always available on WhatsApp to improve my clues, to give me suggestions, tips, and so on and so forth. Loks, I owe you big time. Now let's take a look.
What about Lady Bhandarkar, who allows you to do all this? Huh?
Well, I think it's understood. Lady Bhandarkar is also on this. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I can see Lady Bhandarkar there among the attendees. So we thank Lady Bhandarkar for releasing Ashwin from his domestic duties. Ha.
Thanks, Sriram. Okay. The first prize is this lovely book on Madras with line drawings by the amazing and inspiring Manohar Devadas and write-up by the architect Sujata Shankar. It was released by the governor of Madras last week to coincide with the start of Madras Week. I've not had a chance to take a look at it, but obviously it's a keepsake for Madras lovers. Second prize, we have this 7th and latest reprint of this iconic book on Madras, written by the iconic late Mr. S. Muthaya, writer, historian, heritage activist, a whole bunch of other things. One of the 3 people who conceived of the idea of Madras Day. He was also the founder and the first editor of Madras Musings. Third prize, we have this book by Sri Ram, who's on the call, editor of Madras Musings, historian. I've not read it, but I'm 100% sure it's going to be an engaging read, just like his walks, talks, articles, and most recently his podcasts and YouTube videos. So now let's move on to an audience round. We'll have 4 questions. And
Ashwin, sorry to butt in, but we need to finish at 7:10.
Okay.
Just remember that because the next program is at 7:15 on the same Zoom account. That's the only reason. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Let's just do 2 questions of this audience round then. Okay, the first clue that I have for you guys is audience sartorial institution in final list. That's your clue. So you could say your answers aloud, or you can put it on chat if chat has been enabled.
Nalli.
Nallis, wonderful. I don't know who that was.
Who was
there
that?
it is. Who was that?
Harihara Subramania.
All right. Padmaja, you'll have to keep a note so that you send him a mail, get his address and all that.
Yes, sure, Shira.
Thanks, Sriram. I didn't know that audience rounds also people got prizes as well. Wonderful. Thank you for that. So here it's once again a telescopic clue. You find it in final list. Okay, let's go to the second audience round clue.
Marina.
Is it Hariharan again?
No, this is Ram Kumar.
Congratulations, Ram Kumar. Yes, it's Marina. And how does that work out?
Martina minus T.
Martina minus T. When she loses heart, she loses the T in her name and it becomes Marina. And it's here is a place. Yeah. So that was the audience round. Let's now move on to, I'm sorry, I'll have to show you.
You're showing all the answers.
No, that was for the 2 questions. Audience round, which I didn't run. Okay. Now for the landmarks round. And here we will start with Team D. Team D, Soumya and Ramki. Animated alto describes college venue, and your time starts now. This is a tough one. Your time's up, Team D. Team E, do you have the answer? It doesn't look like it. Team F?
Us.
Team A?
Us.
Team B?
Us.
Team C?
Us.
Wow, one more clue where I have this pleasure of it not being cracked by any of you. The answer is Brodie's Castle. Okay, and this is how it works. Brodie's Castle is now the venue of the music college. So it's a college venue. Animated is the anagrind, and the fodder is alto describes. So you unjumble alto describes, you get Brody's Palace. Right.
Awesome.
Let's move on to the second
Excuse
question.
me.
Yes.
Animated also has a T, but Brody's Palace doesn't have a T.
It's Brody's Castle.
Brody's Castle, and it's alto. Animated is the anagrind.
Oh, the last line says Brody's Palace.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. Sorry.
Thank
It's
God you're
Castle.
not using the current spelling, which is BRADIEKESSIL.
Brady's Castle. Okay.
Castle.
Castle. Okay. Team
Sports
E.
and judge.
Who? I didn't even
No,
start.
we saw the question earlier, so.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. So that was Team E. It's Fort St. George. You get 10 points. And how does it work out? This way. So, seat of power, that's the definition. The anagrind is to get forgers baffled, is the anagram indicator. So you unjumble to get forgers, and you get Fort St. George. Right.
Great.
We move on to clue 3 for Team F. Excitedly cheer Lata in CNN station. I'm not saying this is Lata Mangeshkar, some Lata.
Chennai Central.
Excellent, Navi. Excellent. So here's the explanation. Excitedly is the anagrind. Cheer Lata in CNN is the fodder. Station is the definition. So Chennai Central from the fodder. Wonderful. Okay.
So that's
Team A, the austere mom going around auditorium. The time starts now.
Theatre. Museum theatre.
Fabulous.
Excellent.
Fabulous.
So, yeah, so going around is the anagrind. The austere mom is the fodder for the anagrind. The auditorium is the definition, so which is the museum theater. And that's it. Right. 10 points to you. Next, Team B. A chortling cad repaired hotel. Your time starts now.
The Crown Plaza.
Now, it moves on to Team C.
Pass.
Team D.
It's a ITC Grandcha.
Excellent. 5 points to you. Yeah. So I don't know why a chortling cad would repair it, but anyway, that's how it is. The anagrind is repaired. A chortling cad is the fodder. Hotel is the definition. So you have ITC Grand Chola. Well done, Team D. Moving on. Team C, the last clue. Course lacking much. A ban ordered. This is a tough one. And I'll start your timer.
Lacking much a ban. Solavaram is there. Oh, Buckingham Canal.
You cracked it. Yes.
Fabulous.
The
This was
course.
Wasn't it our clue?
Ashwin, it's our.
It was our clue.
Team C.
Yeah, that's us.
Yes. Who said?
Ramki answered it.
Ramki. Okay. Fine. So what I will do is I'll come back to you. We'll cancel this. I'll give you one of my buzzer round clues. Okay, we'll go to the. Fine. We'll come to this later. I'll give you your chance once again, Ashwina. Okay. So yeah, Buckingham Canal for the fodder is lacking much, and a ban. See, the anagram is ordered, and it means course, which is actually a canal. So there's a bit of misleading objective here. So anyway, nobody gets this. This thing is cancelled. Folks, please don't get overexcited. Answer only when it's your turn.
Don't jump the gun.
Yes, don't jump the gun. Round 5, institutions. We will start with team E here. Team E. Okay. The accused mommy crazily here, and your time starts now. Why are you clearing your
Very
throat,
sorry for
Sriram?
the delay. It's the Music Academy.
Yes, it is the Music Academy.
Ashwin, every time that name is mentioned, something happens to me, right? So that's why I was clearing my throat.
Now I know. What all things you do, man, at the Music Academy. You accuse mommies and all that. Anyway.
Very serious.
So crazily is the anagram. Fodder is they accused mommy. So you unjumble it for a place, which is the Music Academy. Right. Okay. Next, we go on to team F with your clue. This is a tough one. Mercurial night laughs endlessly, weekly. And your time starts now.
Vikatan?
Huh?
Is it
No.
Vikatan?
No. It passes on to team A. Okay, team A, if you can't get it. Okay, team B. Team C.
Us.
Team D.
C can't get it.
Sorry? No.
Tughlaq,
Who said Tughlaq?
team D.
Yes, it is Tughlaq.
Great.
Yeah, this was a tough one. Congratulations for cracking it. And this is how it works. Night is Katie. In cryptic crosswords, laughs endlessly means you knock off the S from the laughs, you left with laugh. Mercurial is the anagram, fodder is Katie and laugh. Definition is a weekly, so Tughlaq. That's how it's spelled, Thuglak. I wanted to make a clue with
I'm
thumb.
not challenging this, but my impression is that it used to be at least a fortnightly.
Okay. But even if it was, would you have gotten this?
Well, at least I'd have thought along lines of a
Okay, fine. My apologies then. I'm sorry. Now, like the quizmaster's decision is final, we move on. Team A. After head start, Indu follows
It's a
article
weekly
daily.
now. It is a weekly now.
Fair enough.
Okay, team A.
The Hindu.
You're right. This was an easy one. After head start, Hindu. I had to have a clue on the paper on which we all cut our crossword teeth. So the Hindu is the answer. After head start is H. After head start is after H. Hindu, you put Hindu, you get Hindu. Follows article. Article is the. It's a daily, so you get the Hindu. Great job,
Very
Bertie.
embarrassing if I hadn't got it. So thankfully we got it. Yeah.
Yes, Bertie. Okay, team B. Eliza's professor, hugs cricketer here. Very easy one.
Aha.
Go ahead.
Team B, your time's almost up. Your time's up. Do you have the answer?
No.
Doesn't look like it. Passes on to team C.
Higginbotham's. Higgins round
Yes.
bottom.
Yeah, this is where I don't even need to explain this. Eliza's professors Higgins and Hugs cricketers bottom, so it's Higginbotham's. Okay. Now, clue 5 to team C. Mentor a niche revolutionary transporter.
Sorry, who's
Chennai Met? It's ours, right?
Team C, Ashwina and
Chennai Metro.
Great. Yeah, Chennai Metro. So here, revolutionary is the anagram, the fodder is mentor or niche, transporter is the definition, so you get Chennai Metro. So you get 10 points on your own direct clue. Last question, last clue for round 5, and it goes to team D. Marches are organized for chic cafe. Someone in the audience, I'm sure, is smiling.
Hmm.
The time has started. Team D, long back.
Chemiers.
Chemiers, yes. You cracked it. Yeah, Matangi, I saw you there. I hope you're happy. So that brings us to the end of round 5.
I must add here that a lot of Madras Week events have been planned at Chemiers over coffee and tea. Chemiers has been a host for Madras Week events several times pro bono. So I take this opportunity to thank Matangi once again for all the help that she's given us in the past.
Okay, I'm just toting up the scores now. So without that one question, which we have to repeat, the scores are team A is at 30, as is team F. Team B is at 20. Team C is at 45. Team E is at 55. And leading the board is team D at 60. And then this is pending one question, which we'll have to redo. We'll go to the last round. Okay, Chemiers, this is how it goes. Organize is the anagram, fodder is March's I, anagram of March's I is Chemiers. Okay, we get back to localities, and this time it starts with team F. Wild hyenas grown here. The time starts now. Okay, your time is up.
Pass. Pass.
We pass.
Yeah, team A.
Chennai Nagar.
Chennai Nagar. Great, you get 5 points on the rebound.
Sorry, I think we had the advantage over the Pondi team in this one.
I didn't get that.
No, I think we had
I totally.
not familiar with Chennai locality.
No, I concede that. PC Ramakrishna, first time I heard the guy's name now. So, we are that bad.
Okay. Anyway, so wild is the anagram, the fodder is hyenas grown. Here indicates that it's a locality. And forget, I've said it's Chemiers, cut and paste mistake, it's Chennai Nagar. Okay, you get 5 points. We move on to the next question. Clue 2 for this is for team A. For beginners, cricket has excited people and united kins here.
Chepauk, beautiful clue.
Thank you very much. It was all thanks to Lokes.
Ashwin,
Yes.
it's like Chepauk, beautiful surface.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, yeah. So this is what it is. It's an acrostic clue. When you say for beginners, it means that you take the first letter of each word in the clue and That gives you the answer. So you have cricket as excited people and United Kings here, CHEPAUK, you get Chepok. And so who cracked that? Sorry, I lost. I think that was team A, right?
Yeah, and we beat the water table.
Yeah, you beat the water table. We call our timer the water table timer. Okay, team B, your clue is port, a favorite place, and your timer starts now. The water in the water table is declining, it's descending, it's depleting fast. Team B, Sundar and Ajay. The water table has dried out. We move on to team C.
Saidapet, Port Said, APET, pet.
Yes.
Definition place.
Yes, you get 5 points for that. It's Saidapet. Port is Port Said, and then favorite is pet, and it means a place, so Saidapet. Great going, team C, Ashwina and Mauli. Next clue to team C, braid nicer plait here. Timer starts now.
Yeah, triplicane. Nicer plate and a grind braid.
Yes. Great going. Two clues cracked in a row by team C. It's triplicane. Braid is the anagrind. Fodder is nicer plait. The definition is a locality. So you unjumble nicer and plait, you'll get triplicane. So 10 points to you. Moving on to team D. Shaken sent Anna Bode's rickety barge here. 6-5. Your timer starts now.
Yeah. Okay, the answer is Besant Nagar.
You cracked it, Ramki. The answer is Besant Nagar. We have two anagrinds here. Shaken is an anagrind for which the fodder is Saint Anna. Rickety is an anagrind for which the fodder is barge. Boards means goes into one word, goes into the other, and you figure it all out and you'll get Besant Nagar. So you get 10 points in your direct clue. And now we come to the last question of the quiz, pending that one which we have to redo. And this goes to team E. Rowdy Rampal eats cooked aval here. Timer starts now.
Pallavaram.
Great going. Wonderful, Bhuvana. Yes, it's Pallavaram. For those who don't know, aval is the Tamil word for what is poha in Marathi. So here we go. This is how it is. The anagrind, we have two anagrinds, rowdy for Rampal, cooked for aval. Each means one word goes into the other. It's a locality. So an anagram of aval going inside an anagram of Rampal gives Pallavaram, which is one of the oldest inhabited localities. It had a Paleolithic colony as well, long time back. Right, so we've reached the end of the quiz, except for, we have to redo one of the questions. So I'll do the buzz around question, and this will be a question which goes to team E. Right? Yes.
Team C.
Team C, right?
C. Team C. We are the ones who missed it.
Okay, it started with team C, right? Okay, right. The last one, right, sorry, team C. So Ashwina and Mauli, this is your clue. Heavenly twins surround landmark. The easy one.
Gemini Theatre.
No, you're wrong.
Gemini.
No, that's it, no? One wrong.
Gemini
No,
Studios.
it's okay. It's okay.
Gemini Studios.
No,
Can we answer?
no, Team DR.
Gemini. Flyover. Gemini Cinema. No.
Look at it carefully.
Gemini Twins is Gemini.
I'm being very lenient for you for the injustice done to you last time. Team D is raring to go.
Yep.
I know.
And
I
the
know.
water has run out. There, your time has run out. So
There for
Team
you,
D-
Ramki Samya.
Gemini
D.
Circle.
Gemini
Circle.
Circle. Come on, Ashwina. Heavenly twins are the Gemini, and Americans, we pronounce it as Gemini, not as Gemini. And surround is circle. So Gemini Circle for the landmark. So a Team D gets 5 points. So we've reached the end of the quiz. Time to declare the final scores. So let me tot up the scores here. So Team B finishes with 20 points, Team F with 30, Team A with 45, Team C, Ashwina and Mauli are in third place with 60. The mother and son duo of Bhuvana and Navneet finished second with 65. And the winners are, as expected, Team D, Saumya and Ramki. Congratulations to all the winners. And I hope you all enjoyed this quiz. And before we end, and I'm so relieved we have finished on time before 7:10, I'll just show you one more slide. And hold on.
You've gone off presentation.
Yes, I know. That was deliberate because I don't want people to look at my buzz around clues. I'll use them next year if you allow me to have this.
Now
quiz
you are
once
having
again.
standing invitation. You've made a brilliant success out of the quiz.
Thank you very much, Sriram.
So I always knew you had it in you. From the
Very,
time
very
you
good
were-
clues, Ashwin. We enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you very much.
Hey,
And sorry for
very
the
nice.
goof-ups on the score. As I
Yes,
said,
okay.
I was very bad at math in school, college, throughout. Anyway,
Ashwin,
so
just, if you finished, I'll just say a few words before we.
sure, bouquets and brickbats are welcome at all the Madras Musing social handles as well as mine. They're up here on the screen for you. So over to you, Sriram.
Ashwin, just a big thanks for all that you have done to put this quiz together, because after telling you that you can go ahead and do the quiz, I did nothing. And you had to work on it with Varsha and with Padmaja and with all your friends and all that. And I think Mr. Mutaya would have been very happy, because he used to say, Madras Week is all about volunteering. We don't do anything. We only tell people and then they do it by themselves. So this was a perfect example of that. And it was a wonderful quiz. Fabulous clues, very greatly done. And I must say, I didn't realize one thing. I realized that some of the participants are family. So it doesn't make sense to send 2 copies of the same book. If they feel like, and if you don't want 2 copies, I mean, you can always give 1 copy as a gift if you want to. But if you don't want 2 copies, I request you to just send an email to editor@madrasmusings.com, and we'll do a mix and match, and we'll send you some other book along as a pair, so that you don't get the same book twice.
Team A would like to volunteer.
Or send to guys like us.
Sorry, Bertie, sorry.
Or
Team A
send
would like to volunteer to buy those books.
copy to me.
I'll take you up on that. Nari, what were you saying, Nari?
If anybody is surrendering their extra copy, you can send it to the other participants.
Okay, good one. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Those of you who are free, I request you to log on to the next event, which is a conversation with Rags Raghavan, who's going to be talking about working with Mr. Mutaya in the early days of Madras Musings. And it's a hilarious chat from what little I know of Rags's experiences. The login details are all already there on the publicity poster. Looking forward to seeing you in other Madras Week events, hopefully physically present. And God knows, if all being well, maybe Ashwin will fly down next year. We'll fly you down, I mean, to conduct a quiz live for all participants with an invited audience and things like that. Great, great, great beginning. Thank you, everybody, for having been here. Thanks a lot. I'll close this meeting now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sriram. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
I had a wonderful
Bye,
time.
bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks,
Can you
Ashwin.
conclude the meeting, please.
Well done, Ashwin. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well done, Ashwin.
Thanks, Lokes. Bye. Everyone is leaving. You